From Proactive, indescribably soft and flexible.
Oh my.
So every single
Deaths now topping 1,000, more than 68,000 people officially diagnosed with the virus across all 50 states. And breaking tonight, just minutes ago, the Senate passes a massive multi-trillion-dollar relief package aimed at getting checks into the hands of the American people and loans out to small businesses as quickly as possible. We're going to take you live to some analysis, and we'll get through some of the pertinent details and what it really means, what the timeline is for you ahead of what is expected to be an historic spike in unemployment claims. Hello and welcome to Fox News at Night. We are tracking the very latest twin crises, economic and medical, coast to coast tonight. Jeff Paul covering the bases from our West Coast newsroom. White House correspondent Kevin Corke reporting on the president's take. But we begin tonight with Leland Vittert from the latest and Capitol Hill, and it has been a busy one. Down to the wire, Leland.
Yeah, very late night indeed, Shannon. The bill has now passed the Senate, heads to the House, expect to vote on Friday. 883 pages of it, so in the words of a famous woman, we might have to pass it or at least read what the Senate passed to figure out what's in it or how it works. Here are the basics for you at home. A payment within the next 3 weeks for anyone making less than $75,000 a year. $1,200 will be in your bank account or in your mailbox, whether you're out of work or not. Plus, $350 billion of loan guarantees that essentially turn into grants for small businesses to incentivize them to keep people on the payroll. But conservatives for a while now have been pointing to some pretty big ticket items that don't appear directed at Americans who really need the most help. Here's some of them. $75 million to the National Foundation of the Arts and Humanities, $75 million for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and $1 billion plus for Amtrak, whose business has been decimated by the virus.
I can tolerate some bad to do some good. I've made deals. I know what it's like to negotiate with the other side. But really, do we need to be giving PBS more money now when people are dying? You know, the Kennedy Center may be an amazing place to go. I'm sure it is. $25 million is a lot of money to the average American.
So there is the pork a la spending on pet projects. Noteworthy that a quick search didn't turn up solar or wind subsidies, which had been in the House request. And then there are some special interest giveaways on policies, like a provision requiring companies who take government loans to remain neutral on union organizing. Most management will tell you that doesn't help them grow their businesses, but organized labor loves it. And lastly, and what might be a first, is a provision in the bill specifically meant to exclude businesses who would otherwise be able to get relief. Democrats want a provision excluding any company run or owned by a family member of an office holder from getting those government loans. That appears to be aimed squarely at the president, whose Trump organization employs thousands in hotels and clubs around the world, or should I say, did employ thousands. Already, Shannon, hundreds of Trump employees have been laid off, and then we're going to have to wait for the final bill and then the reading of it and enforcement of it to see if any of those Trump businesses are entitled to then pass that money on to their employees.
Yeah, the hospitality industry hit hard across the board,
Decimated.
including the president and everyone else in that business. All right, Leland, thank you. So the president has been urging lawmakers to get it done. They get things across the finish line finally after we were told it was on the 2-yard line, the 5-yard line yesterday. Let's check in with White House correspondent Kevin Corke to fill us in with the White House view on this all coming together. Hey, Kevin.
Evening, Shannon. Oh, so close, right? Well, the president, as you know, has a goal, and that is to reopen businesses that have been shuttered by the coronavirus. He's been talking about Easter, which is coming up on the 12th of April. However, that is not a hard and fast rule or target, according to his top economic advisor, Larry Kudlow. But that isn't stopping the president from singing a familiar tune. He did it again today at his White House briefing, a daily briefing pretty much now. He said, listen, let's get America going again, get people back to work and get that economy that is booming once again. Of course, that means getting that stimulus bill worked up and over to his desk as soon as possible.
We want to get back, and the people want to get back. We want to get our country going again. If we can open it, the sooner the better. It's going to open up like a rocket ship.
So as you've seen tonight, Shannon, lots of activity along Pennsylvania Avenue from end to end. They're usually at odds over the details for major bills like we've seen tonight. But after days of intense work by the Treasury Secretary, Steven Mnuchin, the White House and lawmakers appear poised to finally pull the trigger on that whopping $2 trillion. Can't believe I'm saying